This right here is the all-new Motorola H70 Fusion that we all have been waiting for, and now it's finally here. In this video, I'll keep things completely straightforward. I'll tell you the good things, the bad things, whether this is the best phone under 25k or not, and most importantly, has Motorola finally fixed all its issues. It's going to be very hard-hitting, so watch till the end and let's get started. First of all, this is how the box looks. There's this new FIFA branding here, but inside it's the same as last time. You get the phone, Type-C to C cable, 68-watt PD charger and the SIM ejector tool. Now, once I took out the phone, my first reaction was, whoa, it looks the same as last time. But when I looked up closely, I noticed that the camera deco doesn't just blend in like before. Instead, there's a proper frame around it. And not just that, you also get this hue around the camera deco, which looks pretty nice. Another thing I noticed is that the touch doesn't feel familiar. It's because it's not leather anymore. In fact, it's an all-new design with texture-inspired fabric. The color choices are also interesting this time. The one that we have is the blue surf, but the other two colors are even more interesting, especially the black one. Apart from that, the in-hand feel is always very good on Moto phones, and this one is no different. But interestingly, it has gotten slimmer than last year despite gaining 13 grams of extra weight. Wow, I wish my BCA reports also worked like that. Rest of the things are pretty much the same. The frame is plastic, the IP rating is the same, and the button placements also did not change. Now, if I talk about the display, there are some good improvements here as well. It's now a slightly bigger 6.78-inch curved AMOLED panel, and it refreshes faster at 144Hz. The resolution is 1.5K and it's much brighter at 5200 nits. And even if you place the H70 Fusion and the H60 Fusion side by side, you can clearly see the difference. The in-display fingerprint scanner is positioned towards the bottom. It works fine, and you can use the display with wet hands too, just like before. It's also protected by Gorilla Glass 7i, but no matter how protected it is, if you're not careful, you can still get it scratched, just like we did. The only thing that I found lacking is that there's no HDR support on Netflix. Other than that, you get Dolby Atmos supported stereo speakers with 70-30 separation. They're not the loudest, but they don't lose clarity and crispness even at max volumes. See, the design and the display were subtle upgrades, but performance is where things get super interesting. The first big change is that you now get a Qualcomm processor instead of the usual MediaTek. And I know for a fact that a lot of people actually prefer Snapdragon over MediaTek. And you know what? RAM and storage are also upgraded this time. So yeah, it's now powered by Snapdragon 7S Gen 4 with up to 12GB of LPDDR5X RAM and up to 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. So now that you have a powerful processor, faster RAM, faster storage, the results actually show in benchmarks. In Antutu, you see a clear edge with a score of over 1 million, and in Antutu Storage Test 2, the improvements are clearly visible. I also ran Geekbench GPU, Geekbench CPU, and even 3D Mark Wildlife, and the performance is definitely better than last year. And if you're wondering about gaming, I tried that too. In FPS games like BGMI and COD Mobile, the gameplay was very smooth. There's 120 FPS support on BGMI, 90 on COD Mobile, and the average FPS numbers were also well maintained. And even during intense fights, there were no frame drops. And in demanding games like Genshin and Wuthering Waves, the phone performs decent-ish. And if I talk about my day-to-day usage, the apps opened fast, RAM management was also not bad, and there were no bugs too. And even when I was pushing the phone with extreme camera usage or using Android Auto for long hours, it never really lagged for me. The only place where I found some optimization gaps were while switching the lenses in camera app and while switching from games to other apps. But rest of the time, it was very smooth. Overall in performance, H70 Fusion is a pretty good improvement over H60 Fusion. And now, let's talk about these cameras. The main 50MP camera is now Sony LYT710 sensor. It's an upgrade from last year, but the ultra-wide and the selfie camera are still the same as last time. If I show you some photos, the main camera does take some pretty good shots. Almost all the photos look stunning. The colors are slightly boosted, but the details are well captured and the lights are also handled well. I also compared the cameras on this phone with H60 Fusion, and in all the photos, I found the colors to be more accurate on the H70 Fusion. The details are better, the HDR is also handled well, and even in nighttime, you can clearly see the big difference. The nighttime performance has definitely improved a lot this time. There's no bloodiness and not a lot of noise as well. The ultra-wide camera also does its job well and takes social media ready photos. And these are some selfies that I took from this phone. Tell me how you like them. And if I talk about the videos, this is a 4K 30 video from the main camera, and as you can see, it has come out quite well, and the stability is also good. Now it's 4K 30 because there's no 4K 60 support, but you can switch between the main and ultra-wide while recording. And oh, there's horizon lock too. Just in case. All in all, I do like the camera improvements here, but I do wish that Motorola added telephoto lens, but that's just wishful thinking. By the way, I'll also be leaving out the camera samples drive links, so go check them out. And while you're at it, please press that like button as it really means a lot. Now, for the software, the H70 Fusion is running on Hello UI based on Android 16. There's a promise of 3 years of OS updates and 5 years of security patches. Hello UI is obviously feature-packed with a ton of AI features, so no problems there. And for pre-installed apps, you get 6 of them, but you can uninstall them if you want. There's also Taboola feed here along with ads in the weather app, plus you get Indus App Store too. By the way, I also want to mention that haptics on H70 Fusion is much better than last year. But still, there are a lot of places where it's still not integrated. I hope Motorola integrates it better into the UI. Battery wise, you get a big 7000 mAh silicon carbon battery, and with normal usage, it can easily last you for 2 full days. I got around 7+ hours of SOT with cameras, Google Maps, some light gaming and doom scrolling over the weekend, and overnight battery drain was just 2%. And for charging, the 68-watt charger fills it up in around an hour. Battery aside, I tested this phone with the GeoSIM and I did not face any connectivity issues or call drops. And yeah, the 5G bands, the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi support are also good enough. There's also NFC now, which is nice, but the hybrid SIM slot is gone. It's now dual SIM only, so expanding storage won't be possible anymore. Finally, if I talk about the pricing, the Motorola H70 Fusion has launched in India for 26,999, and with bank discounts, you can get it for 24,999. Now, given the challenges of 2026 and all the upgrades in design, display, performance, battery, and even camera, I think Motorola H70 Fusion is very aggressively priced, and certainly one of the best phone under 25,000 rupees. I know. Pricing and specs is one thing. After sales support actually matters more, and looks like Motorola has finally started paying more attention towards it. There's already Moto Premium Care for Edge users, but now they have launched monthly service camps too, which is nice. I genuinely hope that it's implemented well, because that's what matters the most. So yeah, that's it from my side. What do you think about the H70 Fusion? Do tell me in the comments down below, and if you guys have any questions about this phone, feel free to ask us in the comments and we'll answer them. I'll be here online for the next 1 hour, so be quick. Ask anything that you want. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Not anything about the phone.